JavaScript session. So what I'll do is that I'll close this front end and I'll open this one. Week 4, we were working yesterday and we were solving a very interesting problem now. And that problem, if you guys remember, is giving us some really nice things to consider. And it's a comprehensive problem consisting of a lot of different things. And again, since we are 2 minutes away, so I'll take this opportunity to just have a quick recap of what we have done. So we had this inconsistent, and non-cleaned, like dirty data that we received, which had 3 lines or 3 records in it. Every record was comprising of an ID, name, and phone number, and the height. And the problem was that every record had a lot of problems inside it. But the good part of it was that it was actually one string starting with this backticks, and every new line was with a \n. And this was a complete string till this point of time because this was a backtick. So I said complete one string. And we had to make this data consistent. We were trying to make it consistent. We did some of the things. And I would say so clean the above data and normalize the data. And for that, we were doing the different steps. So first step we did was we splitted the string into an array of separate rows. We first of all tried to divide this into 1, 2, 3 element rows. After converting into rows, the second part was each row contains information of a user. That's ID, that's name, that's phone, that's number, and height, all separated by the commas. So we split it, even that row, each row, into different fields. And when we did that, we also dealt with the extra or no white spaces between the commas. So what we did was, again, this was our generic setup of the program when we were saying that function process CV was there. And I'll just, try to close all those comments. And, the first thing that we did, the step 1 was we that rows is equal to split into rows. And we are on time. So this is a formal review now. So the first step was to convert that string that we are receiving into an array of 3 objects, and the 3 objects will be 3 rows. So what we did was that we defined the function. Function is split into rows, and we pass a parameter, any parameter it can be. And we said that return a dot split the a with \n, the new line. And I told you why there is a \r, because the Linux, it recognizes also the \r. So your program becomes, a sort of platform independent. People keep on coming, and it just gives it. So it will just \r if it is on Linux platform. It will of course do that it will actually recognize the \r as well. So what we did, that we received the CSV, whatever data which is coming, and we did that. We calculated a rows array out of that. And what did this was, it checked wherever there was a \n, it converted into the one element each, and the array was returned an row. And you guys remember, I told you now rows of zero now consists of the first row. You remember, everyone, the first row and the second row, and etc. This was all happening. So rows were converted. And then the second step was each row contains information of a user, ID, name, phone number, and height, etc., all separated by the commas. So what we have done is that then they say that please split each row into an array of different fields. Now we want to separate out these fields. This should get separate out. This should get separate out. This should get separate out, and so on. So what happened was that we created another function, and we call it function row2fields, which will receive a row and do what? This was very interesting. Split the string with the comma and see before the comma if there are 0 or more spaces, and after the comma if there are 0 or more spaces. I do really hope that you guys remember what it did. What it did was it split it out, the each row one at a time, and did what? You see, when there were multiple spaces before the comma, multiple spaces after the comma, it split it out in a way that this became one element and this became one element, and all the spaces were ignored from the either side of comma, but not inside the name. Do you guys remember this? I hope that you guys remember this one. I'm just repeating that one. So it is split it out. So it is splitting with the comma and spaces on the either side. Can I have a quick feedback from anyone? So what we did that we said that this should be a function that will do that. And what we did was, again, if you look at that, we used multiple methods, but I would discuss the last one, as some of you were a little confused about that one. So you see that last one was let data is equal to rows dot map. So what is rows? Again, those three rows, the array that has three values, take one row at a time and return this function's value, row to fields, passing in that row. When this row will be called, it will split it out, and data will become ultimately a new array that has, that has what? That basically has the fields being separated. Now, every field is being separated. ID is separate, name is separate, phone number is separate, and up to so on. Make sense, everyone? And at this point of time, I would like to just, run this one as well, because that would be good. Programming JavaScript, CD lectures, and CD week 4. We are inside the week 4. And if I run that one, let's run that one, and I'll say node script.js. If I run, you know that it is the position right now because I have just console.logged this data. I would like to have everyone just, at least like everyone who is with me and who understands this one, I would like them to just, give a little response here so that I am sure that I'm not alone doing that. Thank you, Ethan. Ethan has given a thumbs up, and a lot of people are giving a thumbs up. Valentine, thank you very much, because it really gives me a sense that you guys are with me and trying to access, trying to understand everything. Just give me a second. Okay, now let's move forward, and we will just talk about some of the interesting aspects of it. All right. So now, what is the third step? Like, first of all, I would like to see what is the third step that we want to see. Is row to fields made up? What I think is row to fields a made up function or built? Oh, that's Jennifer. That's Jennifer. That's a very good question. Jennifer, see here. Row to field is a function that I have created that splits the given row by using a comma and spaces before, comma and spaces after. Do you get it, Jennifer? Yeah, it's not a like default function. Rather, I have defined this function because I wanted to work with that one. Make sense? Now, so two steps are done. What is the third thing that we need to do? I'll just put the question here first of all. The third step that we need to do is get rid of any extra spaces around the name field. I have to get rid of all the extra spaces around name field. Now, do you know, as some of you mentioned, that actually this James Lee has some spaces, and who knows, Kim Thomas had some spaces, and who knows, Alan Smith had some spaces in between. So those in between spaces are not considered, are not undertaken by this one, the first one that we had. So it means that we have to take care of them. Make sense, everyone? We have to do this third step. Now, for the third step, I would like to just, ask you guys, because right now I have got an array data that contains all the fields separately. Are you guys, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Because every row, every data value is one, like one field being represented, one field being represented. Does that make sense? It means that what I can do, that this field, if I just come here, And I want to show you something. I'm just consoling out data right now. If I say data of 0, look at that, what happens. Exactly, data of 0. If I say data of 0, if I just print that one, data of 0, console this, you see it just gives me this, the first row, right? So now if I ask you, that I had a function called row to fields, and we have just taken out the fields out of it. If I just show you what I will do, let's come back to this function, row to fields function, which was doing that specifically. Here I want to do something, some more thing over here. Before returning it, this one, I want to do something in the same row to fields field, which is returning the data over here. I would like to just do something else with that one. And why is that? Because that would really give me another interesting thing. So if I come back over here in my row to fields function, look at that, what I'm doing. I'm saying let fields is equal to, let's fields is equal to, and I just take away the return and I say row dot split. Look at that, what I'm doing. I'm doing something other way around. So I have said let fields is equal to row dot field, right? And I say from here return fields. Now what does that mean? What does that mean? That when I am returning fields from here, whatever row will be passed to it, it will be converted into fields and it would be received over here. Now, if I show you, save that and I run that. So, I'm just printing the data of 0. If I hit save, and if I just show you, clearing screen and I'm running that, you see that now I'm getting this back and every field is separated over here. What is the benefit of that one? Do you know what is the benefit of that one? The benefit of that one is that, see here, what will happen. If I come back to my row to fields function, where is that row to fields? It's here. If I come back over here, before returning the field, if I just come here and I say fields of, for example, 1 is equal to fields of 1 dot replace // look, if there are more than one spaces, convert that into a single space. How many of you understand? Even before returning the fields, because the fields, when they are divided, I have got the fields array over here. Now I can play with all the fields over here. So when I say fields of 1, I'm talking about this field. Ethan says yes. This is field 0. This is fields of 1. This is fields of 2. Now it means that now I've got a so powerful thing. Before returning field, I can play with them. I hope everyone. I'll show you first of all a little example. If I say field of 1 is equal to field of 1 to uppercase. Look at that. Look at that. Now look at my output at the bottom. Look at my output. How many of you understand? I have the fields array was with me. Fields of 0, fields of 1, fields of 2, fields of 3. I took fields of 1 and I just converted that to uppercase and saved that. Back that over here. Yes, Vanessa, we might need that if we have multiple things. We can use that one. By the way, but if you don't use that's okay over here. So if you look at that, fields of 1 is equal to, Vanessa, do you understand what I'm doing? I converted that into fields, splitted that, and the first one I said that wherever you find multiple spaces, you just convert them with a single space. Yes, Vanessa, I would have need \G when we have a three word name. You know what I mean? For example, this James Lee had 3 words. So for example, Vanessa, just for your question, I'm doing this. So if I give one more space and do something, H-A-H, whatever, I'm just giving another name. So now if you look at that one, it will just take out the space from James and Lee, the first one. And now I'll be needing, so you see that James, so it's not even doing that one. Let me just see that. So now I'll come here and I'll do what? I'm not converting even. So you see that now I'll convert that. So I'll say field1 dot replace, and whenever you find more than one spaces, more than one spaces, convert them with a single space. See that, Vanessa, your question. If I just run this one now, you will look, James and Lee have gone the space, but this space is still remaining. Vanessa, did you get it? Now I need a G over here. But as we know, expectedly names are only first and last name. So only one will work for us. Now, if I just go here and if I put a G, Vanessa, do you see that what I mean? Now, this James Lee and whatever, I've just used that. It should now be all the spaces should be removed. It was question from Vanessa. Did you guys get it, everyone? Why do we need G or why do we not G? Because if there are only two words, we only want one place to be recognized or replaced. That's wonderful. And I hope that you guys got it. That's wonderful. Thank you, Vanessa. And I'm just removing that because I don't want to. I don't want that one. So I have just this one, for example, and I have this one. Right. So now if you look at that one, it looks very good. I hope you guys are starting to enjoy this problem, because now we have got to do another thing. And what we have to do, listen, what is the third step or third thing that we need over here? Dylan, thank you. I really appreciate that. Now look at the next step, what we have to do. Step number 4. So we have got rid of the field. So I'll write it over here. This is step 3. Get rid of extra spaces from around name. So fields are now cooking up in row to fields. Every operation we will perform in the fields, and we will just send once every field has been done everything. Now step number 4. What is the step number 4? Using a regular expression, using a regexp regular expression, extract the area code from the phone number field. Right? Field. All the phone numbers are in one of two formats. So again, you can do a lots of things. I'm doing one of the two formats. Which format? It might be 555-5 1 2 3 4 whatever, or it might be 555-555. Like again, there is a dash or there is no dash. So let's look at the data. Look at the data. The phone numbers are 519, then dash, 226, then there is no dash, 532, then there is no dash. You know what we want to do? The next step. By using a regular expression, just extract out the area code of the phone. So I want to bring up, for example, area code 519 from here, 226 from here, and 532 from here. Do you guys understand that one? What I'm saying? We have to just extract out these values of the phone number. Now, I would take you for a second to our console, and I would like to show you some real interesting stuff before we start that one, because I always show that in console view first. So if I go to console, do you guys remember that I showed you that we can have if we have, for example, if we have this number. So for example, 555 or 519 dash 123 dash 4567. I have this one, right? And if I say match, now I have a regular expression. Do you guys remember the regular expression of the phone number? So \d, 3 digits. Do you guys remember that one? I hope you guys remember. And then there can be dash, a question mark. I'm writing a very simplistic one. We actually used a bit specialized one, but I'm writing a very special. So if there is a dash, there might be a dash or there might not be a dash, and then three letters. Then there might be a dash or there might not be a dash, and then 4 letters. Now I'll stop here and I'll ask how many of you understood what I'm trying to do over here. I have written down a very simplified phone number regular expression. 3 digits followed by a dash or no dash. 3 digits followed by a dash or no dash, followed by 4 digits. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, if I do the match with this one, look at that, what will happen? Look at that, what will happen? It says that I matched this one with this regular expression and I found only one group over here. Do you guys remember the capture group? Now I'll have to introduce the capture group in this regular expression. I'll come here and I'll say, I want this one to be the first capture group. I want this one to be the second capture group, and I want this one to be the third capture group. Jana, I see your thumbs up. You're getting that one? No, dot watch, dot match, right? Okay, so you see that now. If I do that, Jana, look at that. What will happen? Look at that. When it matches this one, it says that I have found these pieces of information. First is the whole number itself. Second is 519. Third is 123. Fourth is 456. Should I say that you guys understand that now we have got our purpose? We had to just extract out the area code. And am I able to successfully extract out area code in that one when I just introduce a capture group around that one? I've given you a very real example, and then I'll move it to over there, and then I'll just show you. Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's go back to our program, because if you understand that, I'll just talk about that. In row to fields, okay. First of all, I would like a question. Which field has the phone number? Fields of what has my phone number? Anyone would like to tell me? Which fields of what has my phone number? Fields of 2. Wonderful. 0, 1, 2. Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's see here what I'll do. I can say let phone number is equal to fields of 2. I extract out the phone number, the complete phone number out of that, and I save it in phone number. And I there let matches is equal, because I have to create an array. Phone number dot match. And again, the same regular expression that I used over there, rather I should copy that from there, because I've typed that one step. So I'll just go there and I'll copy this regular expression. Control C, come back, and I'll write Control V. Are you guys understanding what is happening? Now, I say matches is equal to this one. So take the phone number, like the fields of 2, run the match function by using this regular expression. When this will be successfully ran, when it's successfully run, do you know that I will get some matches if it matches? I will get some matches. If I get matches, I'll say what? I'll say fields of 2 is equal to matches of 1. How many of you understood this? Because when matches will be running, the first thing will come is the whole phone number by itself, and the second thing will be the area code. So I'm saying that fields of 2 that I extracted from this should be updated to the matches of 1. So in every phone number, take out the area code and just update the field 2 with the area code. I don't know how many of you recognize that, how many of you understood that. If I run this, if I run this and show you, I hope you will enjoy that one. Do you see my data now? It has just the area code being extracted. Do you see 519, 226, and 532? Yes, yes, yes. Even I'll go again. But even let me take a feedback. How many of you are successfully trying, like understood at the very first time what I did over here? So phone number I store. So even I'm going over that again. Uh, Even I'm going that over for again. So you see that, even when I converted that into fields array, I got an array where fields of 2 contains of my phone number. You told me that phone number 2. So I said, okay, take the second field, like the third field, save that in phone number, and run, define a variable matches, which this phone number is matched against a regular expression. And after regular expression, if some matches are found, do what? Fields of 2. If found, if not found, don't change for field number 2. If the matches is found, you do what? You just go to the fields 2 which you extracted. Now update that and write the matches of 1. Even, do you understand, when matches array will run, matches of 0 will have something. Matches of 0 will have the complete number. Are you getting that even? And matches of 1 will have the, oh, that's wonderful. Why matches of 1? Would anyone like to tell me why matches of 1? It's a very good question. Even is asking, and I hope, even look at it over here. When I matched this number with regular expression, look at that. Even the 0th match is always the phone number itself. It's always the first capture group. That would be our area code. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, exactly, Valentine. I hope that's making sense to everyone. I hope that Valentine, is it something real cool that what we are doing? We just extracted out the field and then just converted that. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And by the way, I said if the matches are found, what do I mean? What do I mean by that? If I go there and you see, please don't do that intentionally. I remove this phone number. For example, I have just made this phone number bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 letters only. And I save that one. And I run this my file again. If I run this my file again, do you guys see something? Even I want you to understand. It has extracted out the phone number here, like area code here, but not here. You know why? Because this no matches are found in this one. It's exactly the same as if I come here and I just do that. I say that match this phone number with this. Nothing will come out. Dull. Even do you get it? Because this phone number does not comply with this regular expression. I do really hope that you guys are getting a good experience of regular expression as well. Because this number does not match the regular expression. If it does not match, it cannot take out the capture groups. So if that is following upon that one, of course, now it will take out the capture groups and it will tell me that first one is the 0 is always the number itself. The 1 is the area code, 2 is this one, 3 is this one. Now we have done this. We have just taken out, we have taken out the field and regular expression, extract the area code and update the name field. We have just updated the name field, right? So what we have done, we have just done that. Now, what else I could have done? What else I could have done? So see here, I could have done something like this. If matches are found, do what? For example, see here, see how many of you recognize what I'm doing. I use a backtick. So I say if matches are found, do something like this. Put a literal bracket and write dollar curly bracket matches of 1. And then after this curly bracket, you write, for example, you write a dash, and then you put, for example, dollar matches of 2, and then you put a literal dash and put dollar matches of 3. Dollar matches of 3. Oh, I did not close this one. Do you guys recognize what I'm doing? I really hope that you guys understand what I'm doing. I have now tried to format the phone number. And you remember I was telling you in the beginning, I told you that I will be doing this, but later on we changed something. So you see that this number is not valid. And now I'll just make it valid because I want to do that. So 1, 2, 3. Now look at that. Oh, I put the curly bracket by mistake. So again, that's a mistake. I'll just see that. There is a mistake over there. I accidentally put this one. This should be the rounded bracket, right? Or rather, even not rounded bracket. I don't know anything. So I'll just show you this. How many of you understand that we have done a wonderful Valentine? Do you see that? I have made a complete literal string by reformatting that. Now you can format it any ways you want. You can put a space. So you see, it's started to become consistent. They have started to become consistent. Wonderful. And I can understand that you guys are doing this wonderfully good. Okay. That's a great thing that you guys are understanding. Now let's move forward and see what else we have to do. Okay. Yes. So the next step or next thing that we have to do is the next step that we have to do. Yes. Step number 5. Step 5 is, now see, check if the height field has CM at the end. If it does, strip that out, convert the number to inches and turn it into a string in the form of XX inches. For example, 152 cm. If it is 152 cm, should become 59 inches. It's another very cool problem that we are about to start. It says check the height field. You know, you remember that last one is the height field. You know, everyone, last one is the height field. Check the height field if it has centimeter at the end. And you know, here we have centimeter over here and centimeter over here. So it says that if it has a centimeter at the end, if it does, strip that out, convert the number into inches, convert the number to inches. This is a mathematical calculation that we'll do, and turn it into a string in the form of XX inches. For example, 152 cm should become 59 inches. Did you guys understand the issue what we want to do? Are you guys understanding what we are doing? We have the field which has somewhere inches written, somewhere cm written. And I have to check if it has a cm written. I would do what? I would strip that cm out. And after stripping the cm out, I would want to do something interesting, something special over here. Now, what is that field? Fields of 0, fields of 1, fields of 2, fields of 3. It's a field of 3. Now let's come back and do that. So I'll come here and I'll say, like, I'm doing the step 5 now. I've not mentioned step 4, step 5 this is, right? Step 5. Now see what I'll do. And this is very interesting. So I say, for example, let height is equal to fields of what? 3. Do you guys remember that? I stored that in the field height. Right? Now, here comes the interesting part. Let's check if height dot ends with, inches. I'm saying that check if the height ends with inches, then don't do anything. Then fields of 3, rather, let's do it the other way around. Let's do it the other way around. If height dot end with cm. First of all, did you guys understand if height dot ends with cm? If it ends with cm, because I have been given a problem that if it ends with cm, you have to strip that out. Okay, if that ends with cm, let's do something over here. What we want to do? We want to say, for example, I'll say let cm is equal to, and I'll do something like that, parse float height. Now, what is this parse float height? I'll just talk about that one. This parse float is a very interesting function, and I would like to show its functionality over here. Look at here. If I have a number, let height equal to 123 cm, something like that. It is written like this one, right? I would like to show you something. Okay, let height is equal to 123 cm. Oh, got it. And cm is not recognized. Okay, I got it. So let height is equal to 123 cm. Look at that. I have this height. Just please try to understand this one. If you understand this one, you will understand. So I'll check first of all, height dot ends with. Does it ends with cm? True. Make sense, everyone? If I do something like this, if I say let x is equal to what I want to do, I would say parse float height. Look at that. What will happen if I check the value of x? It is 123. How many of you recognize what has happened? Parse float. parse float has ignored the string part of that and just took out the number from that, and it has given me in X, it is just giving me 123. Did you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Exactly. It tries to find the numbers even in the string, and it just returns that string from that string value, the number from that string value. How many of you how many of you guys understood this one? So if I say again, let height is equal to, for example, if height is equal to, if it is the inches, for example, and I again run that one, I say X is equal to parse float height. Look at that, yes, look at that. X is 123. And if I change some value because 123 is repeating. So if I say exactly, yes, parse integer is also there, Bradley, don't worry. Yes, that is also there. So if I say X is equal to parse float height, and if I write X, you see X is equal to 10. Yes, Bradley, that's there. Valentine, is it cool, right? Yes, you're right. Because it parse float just takes out the number out of it. And I have to take out the number because I have to convert that into inches. So I'll have to take out that number. So did you guys understand what has happened? Take out the height in cm, and let's do what if you take out that height in cm, inches converted into, and this is the formula that's to convert that 0.39. If you convert cm to 0.39, it will become in inches. Is that making sense? After that, do what? Fields of 3 is equal to, right? Fields of 3 is equal to backticks, dollar, inches value, and write inches ahead. How many of you understood this one? Fields of 3 is now updated. Whatever inches have come out, just take that out and write inches in front of it. Eben has given me thumbs up. I would like everyone to give me thumbs up if you understand. Look at that. Look at that. 62 inches, 58.1 inches. Yes, exactly. Wonderful. I can see a lot of thumbs up. Jana, do you really understand what's going on? So you see that how interesting this all is happening? And by the way, I'll just expedite this all, but I'm just right now just doing that the harder way. Then I'll do it a very simpler way. I'll just tell you what will happen with that one. That's excellent. I hope you guys are understanding that what's going on, and it has this one over here, and it is just converting that one. And this was our step 4. Why not should I write over here? Step 4, extracting area code and do processing. Now, I would like to ask someone who has not responded maybe for so long, even or even if you are standing. So Mitchell, Manny, everyone, do you guys understand what is going on? Extracting area code in that part. And then if matches are found, we'll do that. Step 5 is let height is equal to, we have just done that step 5 over here. And now, yes, Natalina, you might need that. And it's not making a cheat sheet. Natalina, if the practice questions and if you keep on doing that, you will definitely become very good for that one. And you can just do that. Now, so what I'm doing today, and I'll just let you know that what I'm doing today. So most of the things are like, now they are completed, and now we have to convert that back to a string, one string. I have to convert that back into a string, but I'm not doing that right now. Instead, I'm just doing one more process, and I will do one of the thing, and I will ask you guys to do one of the thing just for the practice purposes. Now listen about that one. Do we need an else system? I mean, we don't even need that, because if it is not ending with cm, we are just explicitly saying that there should be a cm or inches. So we are understanding that the other one is the inches. You know what I mean, Amy? It really depends. If you had like 2 or 3 data types, you would have just explicitly mentioned. If it ends with cm or something, just take that out. Amy, do you know what I mean? We'll have to just do that if we have multiple data types. And since we know that we have only cm and inches, So I just check for the CM and I just, do that. And by the way, I'm struggling a bit to keep up because I was finished recording my backbone, but okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now see here. So do you see here? We are right now doing everything in this row to field function. Now look at that. Be attentive because I'm about to do something that instead of doing everything in this function, why not we create each a function for everything? What does that mean? Let me tell you. If I come here, if I create a function, remove extra spaces. I create a function, remove extra spaces, which will receive a variable, like which will receive a string s. For example, remove extra spaces. I just create one like function, and I say remove extra spaces. For example, I just do that, right? So if I do that and I say that whatever string you have received, just return s dot replace wherever you find more than one space, convert that into single space. Again, the same thing that we have done with that over there. So I have a function remove extra spaces that receives a parameter. It receives a parameter and then just take that string and replaces all the multiple spaces to one space. Everyone understand that one? Now, instead of doing this over here, look at that. I'll leave this line, for you guys, I'll leave this line and I'll write in front of it old code. And you should remember. Instead of writing this, I will write this fields of 1 is equal to remove extra spaces fields of 1. How many of you understand? Now we are trying to expedite or trying to make our code smaller and smaller. Again, here it's only one line. It's not making too much effect, but it will really make an effect on the next function. Are you guys getting that one? Instead of doing that over here that we were doing over here, why not call an extra function? Because that would be now available to remove extra spaces from anywhere. Did you guys understand that one? I want to do the same with the extract of the phone number. What happens if I just want to then? Exactly, calling a function with the function. So if I come over here and if I just come here and I write another function extract area code, and it will receive a phone number, any variable, any parameter it will receive. And now if I copy and paste, I'm copying and pasting. Later on, I'll just do that. If I copy and paste this all, so I'll just copy this one, Control C, and I'll come here and I'll paste it, Control V. And of course, there is no fields 2 over here now. So what I'll do is that this step will go away because phone number is directly coming from the back behind. Match is equal to phone number dot match. This one, if matches now. Someone was asking this question as well. So if I remove this, rather say, if matches are there, return matches of 1. Like again, I don't need any changing. Or if that is not the case, return phone number. Again, I'll just, change a little bit. Again, it will be just taking out the extra, extract the data. You can do a lots of things. You can again write the complete sentence over here. You know what I mean? So phone number. So it's basically this one. And if I come back over here now, instead of writing all this over here, I'll just write that and I'll write again right here, old code. Right. And I'll write it in the comment section, old code. And instead of writing this old code, I can write fields of 2 is equal to extract area code fields of 2. Are you guys getting that one? Step 4 is just one liner now. I've just taken away all the code. Why? Because I've created another function for that one. Now, if I run that one and see that if that works, still works the same. Again, now I just, you can apply any functionality. I just applied this functionality that I have just written that one. And you remember what I did over there was that I converted this one into a proper string. That's up to you. That's purely up to you. So you say that, okay, this should be converted. And again, I'm just doing that, and later on you can do that one. So backticks. So if I just do that and you look at that one, you can do anything at all in your function. You see, you can just make your function everything. Now, can I ask you guys to write a same function for this height normal? Yeah, like again, I'll write the name even, and I'll ask every one of you to write that. So I want you to write a function called normalize height that will take height as a parameter, and that will normalize height, and it will do all these steps that we have done over here. And I will just write, because if that successfully happens, what I'll do, I'll just write over here, again, I'm just writing you the call, how I'll call that. So I'm calling this one as old function, old code. And now here I'll just say fields of 3 is equal to normalize height fields of 3. Can you guys write this function? This is very easy. You have to just take this one and just adjust few things, and this should return the field 3 as well. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm saying. That if I run, you see, it's right now it's getting undefined because I've not written down anything inside that one. So it says undefined, nothing is written. Can you write the code that will make this work? Should I expect that you guys will try that one out? I just want you to write this normalize height function, normalize height function over here. And this normalize height will do exactly the same thing that it is doing over here, but just in a different way. And then this will be called over here, and this will basically run over here. Should I expect for some people that they will try that out? Normalize height. I need normalize height because it's saying undefined because I've not defined anything for that one. So normalize height fields of 3, I pass there, and that should be there. And again, you know, if I write one line of code over here, so I can just so that to make it that. So I say return height, whatever is received, whatever should be returned. Now it will be exactly in the same form return. But no, I want to have that converted into inches. Should I expect you guys are trying? I'll just stop here and just leave there. And I would like you to just write this normalize height function completely. And you don't have to write. You have to actually copy this one, but in a way that it starts working with this one. Is that making sense to everyone? I'm not getting any response. Guys are already trying that one. Oh, yeah, sure. What I can do, I can right now do what? Because I'm just ending it over here. Yeah, I'm just doing that. So JavaScript and sept 27. So I'm just making a commit here. So Valentine, you can get it in from the GitHub as well. You see, you know what I mean? You'll get it that on the GitHub as well. Can you explain again what is to have to do outside? Yes, wonderful. So even see what you have to do. Even do you remember that we have done this normalize height over here in our this function, let height is equal to fields, and we normalize the height. I'm saying that this normalized height should not be done over here. Rather, I define a function even. That function is here that I just started. You have to actually even copy this code. Somehow you have to copy this code over here so that this function does exactly the same thing as we were doing over here. Even do you get what I'm saying? I'll repeat that if you don't understand. This is the same code. I have just make it dead code here. Why? Because now I want to do the same thing from a function. And the function I have already started over here, line 39. You have to just replace the code. Exactly. But even you will have to just make little changes here and there. I don't know. Just think about it, what changes will be done. Make sense, everyone? So I'm stopping here, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's lecture. I hope, and there are one or two little steps remaining, and I'll talk about those little steps as well. And I'll just talk about that in our coming classes. But I hope that's yes, Valentine. I have done that. It should be there. Oh, maybe I did not make a save over there. Oh yeah, uh, it should be there. I'll check that. So Valentine, don't you see my changes over there? I'll just look at that. Fall 2023. Programming JavaScript. Yes, JavaScript 27, I can see that. And the lectures and the week 4 and the script. Oh, that's Vanessa. That's wonderful. That's wonderful, Vanessa. Yes, that is one of the solution. And you have done a wonderful job. You have just used the ternary operator. I really love this solution because it's just you have converted all those multiple lines into one line. Vanessa, thumbs up. It's really a good job. And it's a thumbs up. I just given a thumbs up there, right? So wonderful. This is wonderful. And Vanessa, this is what you had to do. This is what you had to do. But just keep in mind, here it might be returning a true or false. Vanessa, you just need to make a little tweak over here that rather than converting a true or false, it should return the field itself. Vanessa, are you getting what I'm trying to say? And I think you're doing exactly the same thing. Yeah, you are doing. I just did not see that you are returning the height itself and parts float. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So Vanessa has given the solution, and I think it's the exact. And you see, someone was asking Valentine. You see, every code is there. All the code is there. Right. So we are stopping here, and I hope you again. Yes, you're right that you need a lot of practice to do that, and I hope that you'll try this out, these functions and everything. And again, functions are a very important part. And again, we are going to have a Friday session that you are really going to enjoy that. And um, some more practice questions I'll try to just give through any session. But okay, so it's over here. All right. So thank you very much for joining in, everyone. And I hope you are trying